Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back to this course on Excel for Business Analytics. And in this lecture, I'm actually going to be talking about the selection of specific cells or the selection of specific cell ranges. So mostly we like to deal with cell ranges because of the fact that they make the organizing of data real easy. That leads to better wrangling of the data and easy management of the data. But there can be instances, while you're actually dealing with data where you have to cherry pick specific points out of the data individually and then do stuff with it. So let's see how actually Excel handles both these situations. Let me actually open up the example sheet. So on the left hand side, we have a cell range or cell range, over here. So what is a cell range? A cell range is nothing more than a combination of different cells actually stacked up together. So we have individual cells over here, which have data that are actually stacked up against each other. And once you combine these stacks together, this is what a cell range is. And how do you know you're actually dealing with a cell range? Once you actually make the selection, you have to keep an eye on this name box over here. Once you make the selection, you see that it's actually telling you that you have 6 rows and 5 columns in your current selection, and that makes it a cell range. It's easy to copy, paste, or do mass management of this data. You can actually simply select this range or this range that we have copied over here and make changes, font changes. You can make actually font style changes. You can actually perform different types of things very fairly easily on this cell range. Because the data is bundled together, so it's very convenient for Excel to actually manage this data, all of it together. If you want to move this cell range somewhere, you can actually simply make the selection of the entire block as a range and then simply drag and drop the whole thing somewhere else. And this is actually the convenience that actually comes with handling cell ranges, or cells which have data combined together, stacked together, bundled together. It makes the management fairly easy. On the other hand, on the right hand side, you see that there is sporadic data that's spread out. What if I want to do stuff with this? What if I want to change the font size, the font type, the cell color, the text color? How can I do that together rather than actually going one by one and changing all of them separately? How can I do it together? All you need to do for this is to actually make a multiple selection, and for that you need to press on Control and then click on all the individual cells. This is actually going to tell you, this is actually going to turn all the cells gray, and this actually is an indication that your selection is active right now. So right now you can actually do whatever you want to with this with this selection. You can actually increase the cell size, you can actually increase the text size, you can actually change the colors, you can actually change the color of the text, you can change the fill of the cell. You can actually underline all of them, you can actually make them bold, you can make them italic, but you cannot copy them. This is the problem, that you cannot copy this this individual cell selection that you've actually compiled together, because since this is not a cell range, you cannot copy it. So whenever you try to copy it, Excel is actually going to tell you that this action won't work on multiple selections because you made multiple selections while actually while actually performing this action. So when you were pressing Control and then individually clicking on all these cells, you are actually making individual selections. So Excel is actually not going to allow you to copy this, but you can do all of other things with it. You can actually change the font, the alignment, the number format of the cell, the cell styling of the cell, but you cannot copy it. So this is primarily the difference between a cell range and a single cell selection in Excel. See you in the next lecture.